Middle Georgia is cleaning up and bracing for more after severe weather blew through the East Coast yesterday, toppling trees and power lines. In some cases, winds topped 80 miles per hour during the storms. Our chief meteorologist Ryan Stinnett joins us now in the Weather Center. And Ryan, you say we could see similar storms tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing that across portions of Middle Georgia as we speak. Now, starting off, we got a severe thunderstorm watch for all the counties you see shaded in pink until 9 p.m. Good news is the watch is already being trimmed away in Alabama. So what we're watching is this complex of thunderstorms rolling through southwest Georgia as we speak. And again, especially down towards Sly and the Sumter County. That's where the severe storms are right now. These storms continue to push off towards the east-southeast, and the main severe weather threat is going to be from Macon off towards the south. Now, we're sure going to get rain and heavy thunder and lightning around Macon, but from Macon down towards the south across Houston County, Dooley County, as well as Crisp County, that's where we're going to be dealing with these storms. And if you notice, they're going to continue to slide off towards the east the next couple of hours, so we are expecting additional warnings to be issued. But again, severe thunderstorm, damaging winds are the main concern with these storms, along with that frequent lightning. We got more storms in the forecast the rest of this week. I got a lot to show you coming up in Maine weather. Amanda?
Thanks so much, Ryan. Now is a great time to download the WGXA weather app to keep track of the weather down to street level using our interactive radar. Just scan the QR code on your screen to download the app for free on your smart device. Ryan is back in less than 20 minutes with your 10-day forecast. And as we're watching for more storms today, while many of us are cleaning up after yesterday's storms, nearly 10 Middle Georgia counties had storm damage Monday, including Peach County. Carlos Stevens is live tonight in Fort Valley, where the cleanup continues. Carlos?
Well, Amanda, Alan Smith told me he knows severe weather can pack a punch, but when he pulled up in his driveway on Monday evening, he was still in disbelief after seeing trees like the one right here in front of me.
What in the world?
That was Alan Smith's reaction when he saw the damage left behind from Monday's storms. Thousands of Middle Georgians were without power. Multiple Middle Georgia counties reported trees down. Smith says the storm damage they have in Fort Valley left even more problems for him and his family and their animals.
The house that we keep our pigs in, the front section, it was rolled back as well.
Public Works is spending their Tuesday ahead of a new storm threat, trying to get these neighborhoods back to normal. In the meantime, Smith says his family remains grateful.
Oh, very grateful that we come out alive. Animals weren't hurt. Trees being down, messing up grass, messing up yard, that's nothing.
While the storm may have left a lot for everyone to clean up, Smith says there's a positive left from the storm.
Firewood, that'll be ready for this summer, the winter.
And Smith says part of that work to get firewood for the winter starts with the cleanup.
Got some friends and family that are offering today, when I get off work, able to come and cut up some of these limbs and cut that down and maybe get the awnings fixed.
Now, Smith went on to tell me he's grateful for Flint acting quickly to get power restored to his home. Reporting in Fort Valley, I'm Carlos Stevens, WGXA News.
And just a week after the first day back to school, students at Rosa Taylor Elementary had classes canceled for the day due to a weather-related power outage. Classes were canceled due to safety concerns for students and staff. School officials announced just before 1 this afternoon that the power is now up and running, and they're excited to see students back in class tomorrow.
And just giving you a quick update, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Crawford, Houston, and Peach County. It's this storm just south of Roberta. It's dropping off towards the south, likely producing winds of 60 miles per hour. So heads up Perry, Warner Robins, as well as Robins Air Force Base. This storm is going to continue to slide off towards the east, right along Interstate 75, very near Buc-ee's is where the main area of this thunderstorm is going to be pushing off towards the south and east. Again, this warning goes until 6 p.m. as it continues to make its way out of Crawford County, northern Peach County, and then again heading towards Interstate 75. You got Fort Valley, it's where it's Byron. These are the next communities in Peach County, and then it heads over towards Warner Robins and Bon Air. Again, winds of 60 miles per hour. The main concern with this storm, also some small hail and frequent lightning will be possible. We'll keep an update on it, but again, we continue to watch these strongest severe storms across Middle Georgia this evening. It is 5:15 on this Tuesday afternoon. We are watching strong and severe storms making their way through middle Georgia. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this, give you a quick update on the warnings, and then we'll go live to meteorologist Ryan Marando, who's out live in the storms. But the newest warning we have is for southern portions of Montgomery, Wheeler, as well as Toombs County and extreme eastern Telfair County. This storm coming out of Telfair County continues to push off towards the east, winds of 60 miles per hour. So again, extreme southern portions of Wheeler as well as Montgomery County. Our main concern continues to be the storm coming through Warner Robins, or essentially it's going to be heading towards Warner Robins. It's coming out of Crawford County as we speak, getting ready to push into Peach County. Winds of 60 miles per hour heading towards Fort Valley as well as Byron in the Interstate 75 corridor. Heads up Robins Air Force Base, Warner Robins, Bon Air, and Perry. And again, this is along Interstate 75, and that's where we have sent meteorologist Ryan Marando out. Ryan, what are you seeing as you are located along Interstate 75?
Yeah, Ryan, we're driving right now on I-75 South. We just passed the Pinehurst exit, so we are in Dooley County. And I want to turn this camera around here to see what we've got going on. The severe warning storms are off here on to the right. We've been seeing lightning strikes come through. We can see even some rain shafts coming down. Just starting to get some, oh, there goes a little bit of a lightning strike right there that we can see there off in the distance. We're about 10 miles out from the actual severe thunderstorm warning that's out for portions of Sumter and heading into Crisp and Dooley counties here over the next half hour. So there's rain off in the distance. We've been seeing lightning strikes. Hopefully we can catch another lightning strike off here, but definitely seeing a lot of this active weather even for another night with some of these severe thunderstorms. There's go a few more lightning strikes that are off in the distance. Coming up in our next half hour live on YouTube, we're going to be doing a lot more of these cut-ins, so definitely chime in and watch our YouTube show at 5:30. We'll be doing a lot more coverage of these storms, hopefully be more into the thick of it and seeing a lot more of the lightning. For now, though, I'll toss it back into the studio to Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett.
And thanks, Marando, and I know he is safe out there. He's got a trained photographer, Perry Smith, with him. And again, they are heading south of Unadilla down towards this storm coming through Vienna and Cordele. We saw the heavy rainfall. We saw the lightning. This storm not currently warned for these two counties, but the storm coming out of Sumter County is. So we'll likely see a continuation or an extension of that radar or that warning. Very heavy rain and thunderstorms coming through Taylor County, now getting into Macon County itself, so heads up Montezuma. And again, our main concern continues to be the storm coming out of Crawford County. Winds of 60 miles per hour heading towards Byron. Should stay just north of Fort Valley, but that's going to be heading along Interstate 75. Between Perry and Byron, of course, is the Buc-ee's, and that's going to head over towards Warner Robins and Bon Air. And if that holds together, that's going to be heading over towards Twiggs County. So around Macon, it's just regular rain, a little bit of lightning and thunder, but essentially the severe weather threat continues to be across our southern counties. We do have that severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. But good news is it's already getting trimmed back off towards the west. So that is certainly some good news. This will continue likely until 9 p.m. But I really think it'll be canceled by then because the severe weather threat will be over. So as we look at the rest of this evening, strong to severe storms mainly south of Macon now through 9 p.m. and damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour will be the main concern. We got more storms in the forecast the next couple of days, so we'll make sure you're staying weather aware. It won't just be today, but we continue to track these strong thunderstorms. And again, a look at your 10-day forecast does feature more storms each and every day, hot and humid weather through the upcoming weekend. And your Harrison's Body Shop Fishing Game forecast peaks at multiple times tomorrow. Highest peak at good at 9 a.m. Again, giving you an update on this severe thunderstorm warning for Peach County as well as Houston County. It's been upgraded to considerable damage. Hail up to 1 3/4 inch. That's golf ball size hail, and winds of 70 miles per hour. So Byron to Fort Valley, heading over into Houston County, including Warner Robins, Bon Air, down towards Perry. Get in your safe place. I know this isn't a tornado warning, but this is a very destructive thunderstorm producing very large hail and winds maybe of 70 miles per hour coming across Interstate 75 as we speak, just north of Buc-ee's. But again, Peach County into Houston County, be mindful of this storm. It continues to intensify. winds of 70 miles per hour. That will bring down a lot of trees, cause power issues, and again, it's crossing Interstate 75 as we speak, heading towards Warner Robins and Bonaire, as well as Perry. If it holds together, it'll be heading over into Twiggs County, south of Jeffersonville, so go ahead and keep that in mind. Crawford County, the worst part of that storm has moved out of view, and again, is currently over northern portions of Peach County as it continues to slide over towards Warner Robins. Again, this is just south of Macon. Macon, you're in the clear. You're getting heavy rainfall and gusty winds, but the storm is moving off towards the south and east at, again, 45 miles per hour. And you see that pink polygon, that shaded in area. That means it's been upgraded or the threat has increased with this storm. Again, 1 3/4 size hail. That's the size of golf balls possible with this storm, especially up near Byron, and then winds of up to 70 miles per hour. What I'll do real quick is I'll look at the winds and see if we can see some of those very intense velocity products as far as very near. It's coming across Interstate 75 as we speak. So we'll query this real quick and just give you a general idea of some of the winds. That's 50 mile per hour winds, but again, winds of 70 miles per hour are likely with this storm as it continues to head off towards the south and east. Heads up, Houston County. We'll continue live severe weather coverage on our YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in. 1.75 inches, that's golf ball size hail. That is what the radar is seeing, and that's crossing Interstate 75, now heading towards US 41, and this is going to be heading right towards the city of Warner Robins. So destructive hail as well as destructive winds with this storm coming across Warner Robins and northern portions of Peach as well as Houston County. We actually have meteorologist Ryan Marando. He's out in the elements storm chasing for us. Ryan, let us know where you are and what you're seeing currently.
South of Vienna, heading towards Cordelia. We are really into the thick of it. Not currently under a severe thunderstorm warning, but there's some heavy downpours right over top of us right now. The visibility is rather low. We're going at a pretty reduced speed. We've been seeing still some lightning strikes off to this and seeing some flickers of lightning coming through. Didn't see exactly where that bolt was, but these are still heavy downpours that are pushing through. That's coming with some gusty winds, but we're taking it slow out here on the road. What I think we're going to do for the next little cut-in that we're going to do is we're going to turn around and start to head back to the north on 75 as the storms that are heading through Macon County and Montezuma. We'll catch them back on I-75 to see what kind of pack they're punching with some of the storms. But out here right now on 75, still getting some of these heavy downpours that are going through. And this time, none of the traffic is really slowed down enough that people are pulling off to the side of the road, but getting a pretty good downpour here that's coming through with some of the sides of the road here that are getting a lot of this rain coming down. So we'll jump back in the next 5 minutes or so as we turn around and head back to the north with some of these storms that are headed to back along 75. But Ryan, I'll talk to you back in a few.
Again, we're going to head back to Interstate 75 with meteorologist Ryan Mirando. Let us know where you are and what you're seeing.
Yes, Brian, right now this is the exit right here that goes to Vienna, and we're headed north now. We turned around. We just saw basically right over the car here about 5 minutes ago. It rumbled the entire car. The lightning strike was so close to us, but we've been taking it slow and easy because we've been stuck now in some heavy rain for the past 15 minutes or so, but we are starting to head north towards Pinehurst and Unadilla with some of these heavy downpours that are out here. I was driving past one of the farms and was noticing there was already some ponding underneath the trees. So these storms are dropping a lot of rain in a short amount of time. And of course, when you're on these roads, you do want to be taking it slowly out here. Luckily, everyone's being very safe out here on the roads. Currently not under a severe thunderstorm warning, but we're going to try to head north and get up more towards Perry. And Mr. Stinnett, if you could give me maybe a little bit of a specific location with potentially where that hail floor was up near Byron, we could maybe try to make a little bit of a pit stop there to see if we could notice any extra damage or any kind of hail that could still be on the ground. For now, though, I'll toss it back to you as we continue to head north.
Ryan, You say we could see similar storms tonight as you've been watching them roll through?
Yeah, absolutely, and thankfully they continue to push off towards the east rapidly. They'll be in and out of here, I would say by 8 o'clock tonight we'll be able to give you the all clear, but we do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings as we speak across middle Georgia. Most pressing storms are coming out of Houston County, now making its way into Twiggs, Wilkinson County, Bleckley, Dodge County, and that'll be heading over towards Cochran. More storms down towards the south, Telfair, southern Dodge County, Wilkinson County, getting over towards Montgomery and Wheeler County, and then back towards Crist County. So these storms continue to push off towards the east, producing a lot of lightning, heavy rainfall, and gusty winds, and that continues to be an issue. Severe thunderstorm watch, I can go ahead and tell you, Macon, you've already been cleared from this. We're waiting for this to update, but essentially from 75 off towards the east is where the threat is. If you're east or west of Interstate 75, the severe weather threat is over. So you're in the clear west of 75. These storms will continue to push off towards the east. Again, this isn't the only day. We're going to have more storms in the forecast the next couple of days. I'll have a look at that complete forecast coming up in Maine Weather. And we continue to track strong and severe storms across middle Georgia this evening. Looking live in Dublin, rain just now starting to fall over downtown Dublin. Doesn't look too intense right now. Again, that's Jefferson Street as we look off towards the north and east. In the distance, you see the Jefferson Street Baptist Church. But ominous sky, rain starting to fall across portions of Lawrence County as we speak. So we'll be keeping an eye on this over the next few minutes. The storms are really shifting off towards the east-southeast. Again, if you're from Macon, Warner Robins down towards Cordele, back towards the west, it's regular rain. Severe weather threat is over. No severe weather threat up towards Milledgeville, Sandersville. It's all along 16 and east of Interstate 75 as we speak. So you see this heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning with these storms as they continue to slide off towards the east. But again, Macon down towards Warner Robins, Montezuma, Americus, Thomaston, you pick your community. We're going to be seeing the threat for severe storms push out of the area. Latest warnings right now, we do have 3 warnings across middle Georgia. And again, we'll go with these up here. Bleckley, Dodge, Lauren, Twiggs County until 6:30. And then we have Emmanuel, Lawrence, Johnson, Trutland, and portions of Johnson County until 7 p.m. Winds of 70 miles per hour likely with these storms. Then you get down into Telfair County, northern portions of Wilcox County, Dodge County, and then you get over into Wheeler County. This is where we're seeing continued heavy rainfall, and again, these are until 6:15. Down towards Penn Hill and Irwin County, that's until 7:15. So that's what we're watching as these storms continue to push off towards the east. We got meteorologist Ryan Marando who's out in these storms. Ryan, where are you and what are you seeing?
Ryan, right now we are in Hawkinsville. We're on the very edge of that severe thunderstorm warning that goes into Bleckley and Dodge County. We're out in the Golden Isles Parkway where it's been relatively quiet. We've seen really a lot of the kind of rain still coming down. There's been a few lightning strikes off in the distance, but the big kind of thing that we're seeing now on the roads is there's been a lot of trees that have been down. There's been areas of some ponding, not specifically on the roads, but a lot of areas in the grasses and along the side of the roads where there's just been so much rain that's been falling that there's been some areas of pond. You can see one there as we are driving by, but it's been a slow go here now that we've especially off 75. As we were heading towards Hawkinsville, there was quite a few trees that were down. We did see one area on a farm where one of the trees actually fell on top of the farm equipment there. We're getting some strikes of lightning out there, but we're still starting to head north now towards Macon with more of these severe storms that are around, and we will continue to track them as we do. Ryan, I'll toss it back to you in the studio.
And thanks very much, Marando. Again, he's in Hawkinsville. He's heading up towards Cochran, and then he's going to be heading back towards Macon. So he's roughly, I would think, probably along 23, or he will be shortly. Again, you see the strong storms moving over towards Dublin. Gusty winds, 60 miles per hour. Hail up to 1 inch in size. That's the size of a quarter. That's what we're dealing with these storms. So we'll look at the forecast the rest of the evening. The storms will be winding down here shortly. I'm telling you, by 8 or 9 o'clock, the storm threat is out of here. Sure, we'll still have some rain across middle Georgia, but the threat for severe storms will be over. Then we'll head through the day tomorrow. We're going to have more storms likely tomorrow evening, and these could be strong. And then again on Thursday, more severe storms are likely, and that'll continue into Friday. We do have a severe weather threat for much of middle Georgia tomorrow. It's a level 1 threat. The worst of the weather looks to stay off towards our north and west. And then as we head into Thursday, again, a lot of middle Georgia under a level 1 threat. This could certainly change as we head through the next couple of days. Along with the storm threat, we're going to keep the heat in the forecast. That heat index will likely surge to over 105 as we head over the next several days. We'll have more heat advisories and maybe excessive heat warnings. Here is your 10-day forecast across middle Georgia. Showers and storms are possible each and every day. It's hot and humid. Those temperatures will be in the mid-90s. And again, the heat index over 110 at times is certainly possible. So it's heat, it's humidity, and it's strong storms. And your Harrison's Body Shop Fish and Game forecast for game and fish activity peaks at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Again, here's a live look at Dublin. Severe storms rolling through Lawrence County as we speak. Heavy rainfall, very gusty winds. Our cameras are shaking, and you can barely see Jefferson Street as we look down towards. You see the winds whipping, heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning with these storms. And again, winds up to 60 miles per hour. Be in your safe place in Dublin right now. There's lightning, and you see our cameras shaking, and this is mounted down. So again, a very intense thunderstorm moving through Lawrence County right now. We're going to continue to watch this over on YouTube as well as Facebook and Twitter. We're going to keep the live stream going as we continue to track these storms off towards the east, southeast. And again, that's really where we're seeing the worst of the weather. It's going to be in our eastern counties, Macon, Warner Robins, back towards the north and west. Severe weather threat is over. It's essentially from Cochran to Dublin to Wrightsville down towards Eastman. That's where we're going to continue to track these storms over the next couple of hours. Again, ABC News is next. I'll be continuing live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.